Hi, my name is Priyanka Solanki, and I'm a current freshman at the Pennsylvania State University. Throughout grade school, I succeeded academically. I ranked high in my classes, received many awards, and developed several skills. I attribute much of my success to the PA public education I received as I was growing up. However, I'm ashamed to see that recently this education has begun to devalue. With the recent cuts in education and the impossible 2014 AYP requirements, PA public education is in a serious state. And I'm even further ashamed to see that the root cause of this can be attributed to the PSSAs. The PSSAs, which are the very tests that are supposed to promote these students' learning, as they are based off of the key standards of reading, writing, speaking and listening, and mathematics. Ultimately, we can see that the PSSAs are inherently flawed, as they are ineffective, inefficient, and costly. First and foremost, the PSSAs are ineffective, as they don't achieve their main purpose of allowing teachers to see how their students progress throughout the year. As most teachers don't teach the same students year after year, the PSSA results they receive at the end of the year are thus meaningless. On top of this, in order to meet the stringent demands of AYP requirements, some teachers are forced to teach to the tests and cheat on their tests for the students. So what do we see as a result of this? Good scores on paper, bad scores in real life. These students are not succeeding academically. Furthermore, the PSSAs are simply inefficient tests, as they span over several days or months to take. During this academic school year, there are 6 different months in which PSSA testing can take place. In my former school district, PSSA testing takes place over 22 days. That's 22 days less of instructional teaching time for these students. As a result, they are not receiving the most out of their education. And finally, the PSSAs are simply costly tests for the state. Last year it cost the state $31.4 million. This is money that can be better spent towards improving other areas of education. Especially with the recent cuts in education, these tests have begun to devalue in their quality, thus they are not as effective anymore. So what we see at the end of this, PA public state education is in a serious state. Pennsylvania needs a solution. The answer are not the Keystone exams, as they too have come at the cost of devaluing education. I, however, offer an alternative solution, the 2-part proposal. Now, the 2-part proposal is based off of the 3 E's: effective, efficient, and economical. Furthermore, it is broken down into 2 parts of the standardized portion and non-standardized portion. The standardized portion is primarily targeted towards those in high school who are already taking tests such as the SATs, PSATs, and ACTs. These tests would be based off of current governmental standards like the PSSAs, and certain score ranges can be equated into proficiency in other levels. Furthermore, students would voluntarily pay to take these tests. In addition, the incentive for doing so would be scholarship opportunities. The money gained through the standardized portion can be reinvested back into the education system and focus on some of its other weaknesses. Mainly, the standardized portion focuses on 2 out of the 3 E's. Efficient, because the test will be taken outside of instructional teaching time, and economical, because a revenue is generated. However, it is not without its faults, as there are some students who may not reach proficiency levels, who may choose not to take the exams, or who simply cannot afford these tests. Yet, the second part of the 2-part proposal, the non-standardized portion, solves for all of these problems, is applicable to all students in PA, and hits on all 3 of the E's. This portion mainly focuses on student portfolios. Student portfolios are an accumulation of students' work throughout the year. Their skills and progress can be tracked. Furthermore, the works will be based off of current governmental standards. Teachers would continue to base this curriculum off of these governmental standards and teach students through this curriculum, yet with a stronger emphasis on students attaining particular skills as opposed to reaching a bunch of standards. We can see that the student portfolio are effective, efficient, and economical. Firstly, they're effective because not only can their progress be tracked throughout the year, individual individualized learning can be attained because teachers can pinpoint strengths and weaknesses of the students. Furthermore, they're efficient because the student portfolios can be interwoven within the curriculum and not take away from instructional teaching time. And finally, they are economical because they will cost little to nothing to implement. So what we see at the end of this, the student portfolios are ultimately there to progress students' education as students focus on attaining particular skills instead of just meeting a bunch of standards. In summary, PA public education is in a serious state. This can be attributed to the PSSAs as they are ineffective, inefficient, and costly. It's time for action. I offer the alternative solution of the two-part proposal, which is effective, efficient, and economical. The State Department needs to see what really matters before it is too late. Thank you.